Well, there we go. So, good day, everybody. And we are at this crucial part in our video series on building unshakable confidence. And lesson number 3 is community. And how this breaks down is in a couple of simple words is community for myself personally is all about serving people. So, we have to really break this down and humbling ourselves, because if we really look at the psychological and health benefits of community, it all comes down to serving people, putting ourselves last and serving people in front of us. So let me quickly run through a couple of key points about serving people and the way we see our community going forward in the 3 aspects of building assured resilience. This is the last aspect of the 3 core principles of building assured resilience, and it is community. The world's longest lived people choose or were born into social circles that support healthy behaviors. For example, Okinawans, they create mois. These are groups of 5 friends that are committed to each other for life. Studies have shown that smoking, obesity, happiness, even loneliness are contagious, which means social networks for long lived people have favorably shaped healthy behavior. So, if we really look at some of the core principles about building this unshakable confidence, health is a very, very key factor. So if we look at some of the healthy people that live the longest around the world, if they have good communities around them, that is when they install healthy behaviors in their lifestyles. So a key aspect here is finding a group of people that you can be committed to for life. Yes, family is super important, but what I always say is go choose 5 people that you can hang out with that is not really your family, because in most cases, not all, in most cases, if we go through hardships in life, our family is there to support us and be as a really good voice of support and structure and love. Sometimes family will only tell us things we want to hear, and that in itself can be a death sentence. We need people in our lives that are honest with us and that can help us shape who we are as human beings, and not always tell us things that we want to hear, but are really, really hard on us and keep us accountable. So I'll go through a little bit of this factor of choosing 5 people in your life. And as you guys have so many times heard, that show me the 5 people you hang out with and I'll show you your future, which is crucial. So go and find small groups that you can hang out with, that you have these friends for life. Very, very important structure of a community. Put a family first. Strong family values help ensure that every member of the family is cared for. You know, as you've probably heard in some of my videos and where I speak in my autobiography, Overcoming, about my very own personal life experiences. I come from a broken home. I lost my mom at the age of 4. So I never really had strong family core values and people around me, my father and my stepmother, that can help me build traditions going forward. So the person I am today is I had to go and look for other people around me to start help shaping my own future. And it was not an easy task. It was super, super hard, very soul destroying. But that's why I always say when I look in the mirror now, I'm super happy with the progress I've made in my own personal life. I'm super confident. I'm an exceptional father. I love who I am when I look in the mirror. It's not arrogance, it's confidence. And it's a very, very big difference. And as I always say, is I kicked my pedestal away that I used to live on when I was a young man and was a pro footballer. What I am trying to say is I had to bring in other people into my life to help me build strong family values. As I said in the previous slide, is we need 5 key people that can keep us honest, but family is so critically important. And it is found through studies that people who live in strong, healthy families suffer lower rates of depression, suicide, and stress. And I can speak this from my own life experience. I contemplated suicide when I was, a young, depressed international football player, had illnesses to overcome, loss of my own marriage. Those things played a critical part in my depression and anxiety because I didn't have strong family values that was installed into me in a very early age. I only found this on later in life when I started making real, true work of my own well being. Elders and grandparents can provide love, childcare, they can help look after your children, financial help, and motivation to continue traditions and push children to succeed in their very own lives. They may all add to a healthier, better adjusted, and longer lived children. We want to live longer on earth. Remember, we did this exercise, this mathematical exercise in the previous chapter on how many years you've got left on this planet. We want to live longer so that we can influence our children and our families and our communities longer. And studies have proven that people who have family around in very close-knit communities of family, they suffer less rates of depression, suicide, anxiety, and stress. Key factor: put family first. Very interesting concept. Laugh with friends. Men in certain zones in Europe have little social circles where they gather and they can laugh at each other, and that reduces stress in itself. So obviously, stress can lower one's risk of cardiovascular disease and make family and friends a priority. Social connections have been shown to benefit overall health and longevity. So get out there and make some plans to make your family and your friends a priority. Spend time with like minded people, things that interest you. Remember, we did some concepts on finding your purpose, and that is looking at things that interest you. So hang out with people that think the way you do, that have the same life expectancies, health, community, eating habits, so that you can build a healthier, more sustainable life. Let me just have a little sip of my coffee. Personally, I'm a flat white person on lactose-free milk, so I have 2 of these beautiful cups of coffee a day. Just click in the comments below and tell me what is your favorite. So, bit off topic, but at the coffee shop, there's really good communities. So it all ties in with one another. Giving back to community, we need to provide opportunities for ourselves to volunteer often and give back, which prolongs life expectancy. I'll give you one simple example. I'm a life coach and a mentor, as you know, but I also really enjoy giving back to younger kids. As I've said previously and somewhere in some of my teachings, most of my pain and suffering happened when I was a young boy. So I can relate to young children on a very deep level. And at the moment, I'm coaching a 10-year-old boy, Zach, incredible young child. And the benefits and the euphoria I get from running with this boy, from spending time with him. I've got my own teenage boys. It is crucial, and I love humbling myself and giving back to my community by serving children because I can relate to them. Most of my pain happened at that stage. I'm not perfect, I make mistakes, but giving back to your community and serving and volunteering is proven through science that it prolongs life expectancy. So find yourself a place where you can go and serve your community. Building and maintaining a healthy social circle can have numerous positive impacts on your well being. Here are 6 key benefits. Number 1, emotional support. A strong social circle provides a reliable source of emotional support during both good and challenging times. Friends can offer empathy, understanding, encouragement, and help you navigate through life's up and downs. Again, a little bit of a personal note. And my sister was 6 years old, and I was 4 years old when we lost our mother due to epilepsy. And we both were, respectively, I was physically and obviously emotionally abused up until I was 17 by my father and stepmom. But Heidi, my sister, she took the emotional beating really, really hard. And when she met my now brother-in-law, this man stepped in and brought such emotional support to my life and helped shape me as a man. And I wrote extensively of him in my autobiography and the key small little things that he's done and implemented into my life. Number one is I was very scared of becoming a father because I experienced so much pain and suffering as a young boy. So I didn't want children. And my brother-in-law assured me that having my own two boys or my own children will be such a blessing in my life and that I'll be an impeccable father. It's a tough word saying impeccable, but I know I'm a great dad. And emotional support that my brother in law offered me. And then he brought in other key people that I had to choose into my life, which was critical. So, yeah, it is a fundamental aspect of having, key people in your life because they bring in emotional support. It reduces stress. Spending time with friends and engaging in social activities has been linked to reducing stress, and we'll always talk about this. Socializing can be a natural stress reliever, allowing you to share your concerns, gain perspective, and enjoy positive interactions that contribute to a more relaxed state of mind. Perfect. Improved mental health. Positive social connections are associated with better mental health. Regular social interactions can combat feelings of loneliness and isolation, contribute to a sense of belonging, and reduce the risk of mental health issues. Super important. And you'll see this wagon wheel that now just continues to go around and around. It talks about this mental health and reducing stress because us as busy executives, this is what we experience on a daily basis. Increased happiness. I mean, it speaks for itself. Building and maintaining meaningful relationships can contribute significantly to your overall happiness. That is key. Enhances self esteem. Positive social interactions provide opportunities for validation and positive feedback. By ourselves, we break ourselves down. We are so hard on ourselves. But in a community, we get validation and we get positive feedback. You know, feeling accepted is one of the most valued uh, things that we can experience in our own lifestyles. Supportive friends can encourage you to pursue your goals and celebrate your achievements. Super important. Healthy lifestyle choices. A good social circle often involves engaging in shared activities, which can lead to healthier life choices. That's why it's key to hang out with healthy people. Again, show me the people you hang out with, and I will show you your future. I personally do not associate myself with people who hang out in bars and clubs and drink heavily. It's not part of my ethos, it's not part of my lifestyle. That person that used to be around drinking and you know bad conversations and negative conversations, I'm not part of that world anymore, so I don't associate with those type of people. I still empathize, I can still relate because I was there, but I have a choice, like you can see, in who I hang out with. So, who you hang out with, it shows who you are going to become as a human being. The quality of your social connections matter more than the quantity. My circle, guys, are very small and tight. I don't have an open door policy for people to just march into my life because I choose them very wisely. because I've just got a different framework and I'm a different type of human being. Health, family, God, those are all the things that really contribute to my lifestyle. Cultivating deep, meaningful relationships built on trust, respect, and shared values can have lasting positive effects on your physical and mental well being. It is crucial. Read this again. Cultivating deep, meaningful relationships built on trust, respect, and shared values can have lasting positive effects on your physical and mental well being. The social circle offers a sense of belonging. Feeling connected and understood by a group of friends satisfies the fundamental human need for social inclusion. I mean, it's crucial. It's very, very important. So, just a quick little snippet on building your community. Below this video, there's a PDF document that you can download, and it's a conversation starter. It's because the question that everybody get is like, how do I build and go and find these 5 people in my life? And sometimes we really struggle with building a new connection. Firstly, you have to believe in yourself. And as we spoke about this person in the mirror, if I look in the mirror and when I do public speaking and I walk around in a room where I speak to men and I look around who are the drinkers and the people that use drugs and things like that, usually ask a question, tell me about yourself. And, people will say, there's I'm good at that, blah, blah, blah. I always reverse it and say, ask me. And when people say, Marius, tell me about yourself. What do you think of yourself? I always hold the mirror in front of myself and, I say I'm an impeccable person. I love who I am. I'm very proud of my scale that I've contributed to my own life. I'm super confident. I love serving people. I love my wife. I love spending time with my children. I love submitting. And you can hear these words that I'm giving myself as positive, and it's something that I'm deeply passionate about. I'm passionate about my own growth. I'm passionate about me as a person. So, it's really important that we first and foremost have to be confident with who we are before we can start serving or opening ourselves to giving ourselves to a community. Because if we do not love who we are and we're not confident in who we are as people, we can't serve our community properly. So it's really fundamental that we are confident and love who we are as people. It does not happen overnight. It takes time. But going through, a course like this, it starts planting a tiny little seed in your heart and in your mind. And if you believe in the unseen, that's a really good starting point. We don't know where this is going. I don't know if I've got the confidence to build new friendship. That is a key place to start. At least it's a conversation you're starting to have in your head. And here we give you a couple of tools to carry on with this. So I hope this serves you. I hope I've given a little bit more about myself and what you can do to cultivate your own growth and finding a really good, solid community. A couple of small little videos below this presentation. Work through that in your own time, and blessings. Love you, Stacks.